Hello again and welcome to my channel. I'm Renee, this is Jade Penguin Jewelry. Today we're going to do another Halloween themed video, and because a young watcher on my last video got super excited when she saw the pumpkins, this one is going to be pumpkin themed or jack-o'-lantern themed. So we're going to make some earrings and we're going to see what else we can make today. A couple years ago I did a craft show around Halloween and I made a bunch of these lovely little pumpkin earrings, and I thought I was going to show you guys how to do these guys first and see how long that takes us. So I got these plastic orange beads, either at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I think Michael's. Some of them are cracked. So we're going to grab two of the orange, dark orange ones. And some head pins, which I have the antiqued brass colored here. These guys back in frame. There we go. So they're made of some very simple parts. A little bit extra here. There's a base bead here because the head pin will go straight through the beads because the diameter of the hole is too big. So at the time what I used was some recovered shell beads from a necklace or a broken part, probably from a necklace. We get a lot of those shell beads in jewelry lots. So I'm going to grab two small. They have to be bigger. We might have to stack them to make sure nothing goes through, or if we didn't want to stack them, I got these large head pins. That might be a little bit much for the bottom. Let's see. The head pin will go through. Yep, we'll have to stack them. Okay, so there's our base, head pin, small bead, another bead that's a little bit bigger, and there we go. Now if you had more disc shaped beads like the ones that I used to make the ones in previous years, that would be simpler, it'd be easier to do. You wouldn't have to use two beads. So I have different bead caps. Oops, dropped it on the spider. So I had antique, or the bronze kind of shape for the previous years, and I could not find them this year. So we're going to use the bright gold ones. We could even use the silver ones, but I think the silver ones are just a tad too big, the way that they kind of stick out. I'll go with the gold caps. And what I do have are some of these leaf beads. You can see here. I got these at a bead store, and I can tell I got them at a bead store because there's a handwritten label. And I labeled this. I bought 2 strands, $3.99 each, quantity of 48. That comes to 9 cents a piece. So when you see something and you think, oh, that's too much for something that's handmade, these are 9 cents a piece. I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot, but if you're making a bunch of them for a show, it kind of adds up, and then time. So what I did the previous years, I have a bead sitting on top of the pumpkin, which I'm just going to use these gold ones that we did before on the bottom so they kind of match. Forgive my nails, I had lovely little black cats on them and I've managed to chip everything away. So previously what I did, and I remember doing this and it didn't really work, was that I would put these on the head pins and then try to stretch the head pins. You can kind of see here. Stretch the head pins all the way around and loop them. It worked okay. So you can see that these turned out super cute. But I also broke a lot of these leaf beads the previous years that I made this. So we're gonna try it again, but I hope I don't break any. But if I do, it happens. So bend the wire up. And kind of give it a nice curve so it comes back around really easily around the stem of the pumpkin when we get it up there. So I've kind of made this weird zigzag loop, and you can play with it however you want the vine and the leaf to go. If you want multiple leaves on it. So that one's a little bit too sticking out for my leggings. I'll give it a twist and see what happens. Okay, that's alright. I'm gonna grab my round needle nose pliers and just kind of make a little vine curl creeping up. I have one pumpkin right now that's growing in my garden, and I hope the snow we're gonna get in 2 days doesn't really kill it. I could pick it now if I wanted to, but I was hoping it'd be bigger and closer to Halloween. So we'll have to see. Okay. I still kind of feel like that sticks out a little bit too much. So I'm gonna try to bend it a little bit more towards the pumpkin. There we go, that's better. I'm gonna cap it off with one more bead. So now we have a gold capped pumpkin. I'm gonna grab my handy dandy looper tool. And make a lovely little loop right on top. And there we go. Alright, rinse and repeat. If you had some nice little ball-headed pins, it'd look good too, going flush against the leaf. Okay, so see if I can get a little bit closer to the camera. I have my needle noses. Push that up. And I did use these pliers. I don't know if you can see the grip on them. They go into a little curved basin to make a round bit. So I'm going to bring that back around and get it right there. Okay, this leaf this time is really close. Right, round nose pliers. Keep going, make a nice little round. Let's see if I can't pull that coil out just a little bit. Make it kind of nice and curly. That's not really sitting how I want it to. I'm going to squish that part together. Give that a bend. Little head pin's a little sharp. Okay. Put on our toppers. Maybe if my fingers will work. There we go. And a handy dandy looper tool. Saw that wire jumped. Breaking one of my own rules, my craft room right now. And that is drinking with an open container. Just in case you get wires in your cup, it's good to have one with a cover. Because it's happened to me. It's landed all the way across the workbench and into my cup. Much like how painters tend to drink their paintbrush water and sometimes not their tea. Okay, so there we have it. We have 2 pumpkins to turn into earrings. Everything spins around the head pin on the earring, so you don't have to kind of be careful what direction you're putting the loop on. If you're making a set of like frontward facings, just always make sure you have the ear wires pointing in the right direction. So there we have it, our own pair of pumpkin earrings. So made from mostly new parts, a couple recovered parts as far as the little gold bins go. Oh, gold beads, excuse me. So not 100% recycled or upcycled, but new and used, good mix. So there's our pumpkins. Put those aside. So I also have these beads that I'm pretty sure were shown in a previous video, but we didn't get to them. And with these are from a broken necklace. This is half of it, just the orange beads. And they were kind of in descending orders. They went around the necklace. There's some larger orange beads, but I thought they kind of looked like pumpkins. And then I have these flowers to go on top of the pumpkins, which I thought would be really cute. So let's see. See if the head pinned ones are big enough. They probably won't be. Nope, right off. Okay, so I'm gonna use some more of these. There we go. Little squat. Short pumpkin. And a nice little cap. So these would make 2 shorter earrings. Not quite as dangly as the previous ones. But if we use slightly bigger pumpkins, we could do that too. But I kind of like the littler ones with these flower beads. Unfortunately, I have an odd number. Let's see. Put another gold bead on it. Do the same thing here. Okay, this wire is really soft, so it doesn't really like the one-step looper. Tighten up those ends. These connections on the hoops, where you close your eyelets or close your jump rings, are usually the places that are gonna break or fall apart if you don't get them closed properly. Let's see, I was thinking we had, let's check out my hoop drawer. Maybe, that might be cute. Probably don't have another one though. Here we go. So we're gonna open this up again and try to get it to go through this hoop in this set. There we go. So the trouble with doing this tiny work on camera is that my fingers tend to get in the way of showing you guys how to do stuff. Let me see. I apologize if my voice sounds a little raspy in this video. It's been awfully smoky where I'm at in Colorado, and it's been pretty much just unbreathable outside. Oh, here we go. Got the loop going. There we go. Those aren't bad. Bring those up to you. Little pumpkin surrounded in gold. Kind of like Cinderella. There we go. Simple. Upcycled from the broken necklace, which is nice. And these came from, I think, just the bottom of a bag of just random parts I got from somebody. Not entirely sure where I got those beads. But now I'm down to one. So I'll figure out where they go. So these I definitely got at Michael's very recently, in fact, so it'd be very easy for you to go get them if you wanted to recreate anything that we do with these in this video. I think the green ones are $4.99 at Michael's. I can't quite remember the color pricing scheme. But for Bead Gallery at Michael's and Bead Landing, come on, there we go. They go by colors for the prices, like $2.99, $3.99, $5.99, and then I think there's like a 10 and higher. So these all have clear little spacer beads in between them. Recently rewatched Poltergeist to get into the Halloween spirit, and I did not realize how much the teenage daughter came home with hickeys on her neck from not being at home during her whole little sister disappearing into a TV thing. So unfortunately, the way that these are packaged is if you wanted matching sets of pumpkin earrings, you'd get 3 and then you'd have leftovers, so you really should buy 2 strands if you're kind of particular about having things match that. So we've done antique brass and some gold tones, and we'll probably do some of these silver ones. Move my cup out of the way for a second. And I got these lovely spearhead pins from an Etsy seller. Creating uncommon, and common is kind of spelled like ramen. It's UNKAMEN. Anyways, I found them there, and I love these little head pins. I think they're pretty great. So I like the pointy bits. These ones look good. Should we not have pointy ones because they're kind of scary pumpkins? Let's see. Those wouldn't work. Might just get some silver beads and leave them as they are. I have this broken necklace. There's a whole bunch of parts in it. Let's see what we have. Oh, we still have the hang tag. Who made this broken necklace? Avon. Avon made this broken necklace. That might look good. That might be too long though. Yeah, it kind of makes it look like a scary clown. Ooh, actually, that gives me an idea. Let's see. Grab have a silver bead. Maybe. That one's jammed. There we go. There we go. Put that on there. Then I think I have a cone that would work. Shoot, maybe I don't. I feel like my head pins would be a little bit too short for what I'm trying to do. This might be too much. Well, that's not bad. Okay, so here we are again, and I'm going to make the second of the clown jack-o'-lanterns here. So I have my spearhead, a round bead, one of the larger cat beads here, jack-o'-lantern bead, cap, cone, and then another silver bead. I think that was the one that was jammed up. There we go. So then I'm going to take it and bend it that way at the 90 and come back and loop it. And there we go. So now we have two jack-o'-lanterns, clowns. Let me clear it off. All this extra stuff. So now we have these. Those are pumpkins. And then we also have the pumpkins that we just made here. And our supervising pumpkin.